Build specialization is the most important thing in NBA 2K26. You can waste hundreds of dollars by choosing the wrong specialization on your build. So today, I'm going to talk about build specialization, show you guys how to complete your specializations, and help you select your specialization for your build so you don't got to remake it down the road and waste all of your money. All right, so here is the build specialization for this point guard build that I just created. As you can see, there is an option for finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, and rebound. Now, if you want to specialize in any category, you must have a 60 minimal in the attributes they're showing on screen. Now, just for a reference point here, I'm going to show you guys the build that I'm on. This build has the ability to get legend shooting badges. Specialization gives me +2 to my badges in their specific category, as well as 2 cap breakers that I can use either on the category that I chose as my specialization or on the physicals. So for a build like this, I would actually want to do my specialization in playmaking. Now, my reason being here is you can see I only have gold and silver playmaking badges, but with my specialization, I will get a +1 and a +2 to use on my badges. So I could have Hall of Fame unpluckable, maybe even legend handles for days, or legend lightning launch. And then it will also give me my 2 cap breakers that I could use on my speed with ball, or even my ball handle to move that all the way up to a 92. Or if I really feel like it, I could go over to speed and agility and use those in that category as well. All right, so now we are on to shooting specialization, as I made a 7'4" popper, and I need to be able to have legend shooting badges on my build since it only gets gold set shot specialist on this game. Now, to do that, all I need to do is grind out these street ball courts. If you guys don't know what the Street Kings court is, it's literally the street ball court from last year. And it's that much easier to do your build specialization because of this court. The games end very fast. You're playing AIs that you can literally just shoot over essentially on every build because they get no shot contest. They will eventually double team you, so you have to get your shots off quick. But I chose the AI Mystic Man because he cannot shoot. He's a slasher, and I'm able to just leave him wide open. And then I have the AI on me who is like basically 6'1" and can't get a contest on me. So I can get easily 6 to 7 threes off, or even deep mid ranges if I need to do midi shots for the build specialization, because for the most part, it's going to stay 250 mid range shots or 250 three balls when you're in your specific category. So if you really wanted to, you could actually just only shoot mid-range jump shots and get off tons of mid-rangers. You could actually get off 10 middies and never shut down the court. So you could get essentially 11 with 22 points as long as you don't let your AI score per game, which means you would complete your build specialization in just over 22 to 23 games of this Street Kings court when you need to do the 250 categories. But for me, I actually needed to grind my badges as well as my overall. So I was doing 3 balls as it ended the games quicker, and I got the bonus for completing the games and winning them. As you can see here though, I'm literally just shooting over him every single time. I already have a 9 points, make that 12 points. I'm shooting perfect. I got my set shot specialist to gold. So once I complete my build specialization, I will be able to have that all the way to legend with the +2 on the badges, which will make my build essentially unstoppable. Now, I'm also going to be using my build specialization on this build, not specifically for my shooting category. I'll be taking my +2 upgrade for the shooting category and using it in my physicals. So my cap breakers won't actually be going to shooting. I'll be using them to get 91 strength on my popper build because strength is very expensive on centers. As you can see though, I mean, we get the Hall of Fame set shot specials in the top right corner at the end. That is because the clutch dimer, or the clutch gene +1. That's not because I have Hall of Fame set shot specialist, but we are going perfect on this. It's very easy to just shoot absolute lights out and get these games over with. You can throw on some music and chill. You can even play these with a friend, which I will talk about here later. That will help you complete your games completed with an A+ teammate grade way faster, as well as doing things like the defensive category and the rebounding category. You can see Mystic Mike's going to pass it to the AI though, and they're just going to miss everything. They can't make a shot. I'm not going to lie. It is so free, so simple, so easy. As you can see right there, 21 points. I complete the shutdown at 21 points. That way I get every shot off as fast as possible. It's also important to allow the AI to score. because you don't want it to get shut down and you want to be able to get as many shots off as possible for your shooting category. All right, so I'm on my 7-4 and I'm scrolling through the shooting specialization as I already have 3 out of 9 done. So as you can see, the first one is win 20 games. You can easily do that in the street ball court, or you could go play park. I would recommend doing it in the street ball because you can end games fast with the shutdown and it still counts. And then you have the make 100 middies or 100 3-point shots, which is very easy to do in the street ball court as well, as you guys just saw. And then the win 50 games with a teammate grade of A- or higher. This would actually be very easy to do with a friend who needs to grind their shooting badges or even needs to grind their specialization as well, because they can hop on with you in the street ball court. You can do play with a friend in that mode, and you can just easily pass them the ball and get an assist and get your A teammate grade. Now, this is what I'm talking about in the specialization category, though, with the max +1s. As you can see, it says shooting cat breaker and badge perk +1 for shooting. Now, these shooting cat breakers I can use on my physicals, which I will be doing for my popper, but you guys can also use it on the shooting category, obviously. And then we do get the badge perk max +1 for shooting, as well as the badge perk max +2 for shooting, and a unique shooting archetype name that I can change my build to. Now we're on my build that has finishing as the build specialization that I just made. As you can see, I played in the park with it and I've already won my 20 games. Now I need to complete make 200 close range shots, which is just completing close shots under the rim. So that will be super easy to complete on Street Ball Kings. And then we have win 50 games, just like we did with the shooting. And then it's just going to keep going to close range shots. And then win 50 games with 6 or more shots made in the paint, which I'll be doing in the street ball as well. But as you can see with your specialization, this is where people are messing up with their builds. If you're not choosing the correct specialization category and not taking advantage of your cat breakers, as you can see, I get 2 finishing cat breakers, as well as the badge perk max +1 and the badge perk max +2, you will not be able to take advantage of that on your build, and it will not be worth your money, and you will ultimately have to remake it if you want to take advantage of the build specialization. So make sure you guys take your time when choosing your specialization. Just to show you guys that it counts in your build specialization, as you can see, it says make 200 close range shots. To unlock the finishing player banner and complete goal 2 for build specialization, I'm going to head over to the court menu, and then I'm going to select the smallest player possible, which will be Shortcake. And he's going to be my matchup, and I will choose Big Al and Drew as my teammates. You're able to just skip through all of these cutscenes. Don't worry about watching them. I'm just going to hold X. So once you're officially in the game, as you can see, I'm matched up against a way smaller defender, so this should be very easy to complete my close shots under the rim. They're just going to swing the ball in. I usually try to leave my guy open, at least while I'm winning. That way we can complete the games as fast as possible. I'm able to just kind of back him down and complete my specialization this way. Just get my drop step off and then complete the dunk, which will count as a close shot. Once again, just going to leave my guy open. I want Mr. Shortcake to shoot the ball, even though he's not doing it. They eventually will pass to him, and he will miss because he is considered a slashing archetype or a slashing defending archetype under the paint. If you guys are worried about the close shot not counting, all you have to do is just not hit right trigger and take a layup off of the drop step, and it will still work out just fine. You can see we're still leaving Shortcake open. We don't want to win off of the shutdown because we want to get 11 close shots off before the game is completed. So I'm just going to keep leaving him open. If it comes to a point where I have to guard him so he doesn't win the game too early, then that is fine. But we're not really worried about winning the game right now. We just need to get as many close shots off as possible and as fast as possible as well. Once again, all you're going to do is just grab the rebound, and as you can see, I'm actually starting to get double team now, but I'm not really going to worry about the double team. I'm still just going to keep doing what I'm doing. It doesn't matter if the defender is the same height as me, as these defenders just still do pretty much nothing on defense. As you can see, I was able to drop step the taller defender at that point in time, and it worked out just fine. Same thing, gonna get my spin-off animation. They actually end up switching the defender off of the spin-off, and I get my easy 2. Now, as you can see, since I'm only taking 2-pointers here, the shutdown is not gonna happen, and I will be able to get 11 close shots off in this game. Now, if you guys didn't notice, my layup timing is off. I do recommend turning it off unless you guys are actually focused on taking your layups, because in this game, if you late a layup, you miss the layup. And I tend to late all of my layups. I don't know why. I can't focus when it comes to laying the ball up, but it is what it is, man. So I made sure I turned it off. If you guys notice that I don't have layup timing on, that is because I can't time a layup. I can't even focus to time the layup. I usually end up just getting like a very late and miss wide open layups. So I just shut mine off, and as you can see, I still make most of my layups, if not all of them. Doesn't really matter if I have it on or off. But we've already got 18 done, which means that we've made 9 close shots, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys at the very end of the game. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys on the very end of the game on the tracker, just so you guys can see that my close shots are complete. All right, so now that we've completed our game, it shut it down with 20 points instead of 22. It was like a smidge off of not being shut down. But hey, that's okay. We at least got 10 shots off in the game. As you can see, 20 points, 9 rebounds. I got loads of Street Kings XP, and I was also able to upgrade my post powerhouse in the Street Kings game, and then unlock some VC as well. So for all of my friends that are grinding from 60 overall up, hey, don't be afraid to hop on that Street Kings court. I'm gonna head over to the build specialization though, and as you can see, all 10 of the shots counted, even the dunk. So that means 10 of 20. I could complete this fairly quick and move on to the next goal, which will be win 50 games with a teammate grade of A- or higher. The next category we're going to talk about is the defensive category, which is by far the most excruciating, longest build specialization category there is. We're just going to go through them real quick. Win 20 games. Defend 100 shots well. That's just good shot contest. Win 50 games with a teammate grade of A- or higher. Get 250 steals or 250 blocks. Win 50 games with at least 3 blocks and 3 steals combined in each win, by the way. So 3 blocks and 3 steals, which is ridiculous. I'm going to let you guys know, as far as a 6'5" lockdown, how are you going to get 3 blocks and 3 steals without playing it in a My Career game? You're more than likely going to be having to do these in My Career. Defend 250 shots well, no easy buckets. Win 100 games with at least 3 blocks and 3 steals combined in each win. Get 400 steals or get 400 blocks for defensive playmaker. And then Lockdown Legend, which it's going to take a long time, but defend 1,500 shots well. Honestly, doesn't sound as excruciating as getting 3 blocks and 3 steals in one game. But the best method for defense is more than likely just going to be grinding out your My Career. There's not really any secret to doing it on street ball courts. I'm going to be honest. I mean, you can do these first win 20 games on street ball courts, but for those of you guys that choose defense, go play some My Career, man, and get them done in there. All right, so now we're on to the playmaking category of specialization. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Currently, the friends section is down, but once it is back up, you guys will be able to add a friend, and you guys can head over to the street ball court and just drop some dimes to your teammate and let them shoot the ball over to the AI if you want to be able to get your 1,000 assists or your 1,000 relay assists done very fast. I wouldn't recommend doing the rec for like these win 50 games with an A- teammate grade or higher, because you want to do the faster modes. But once you get up here to like where you have to get 5 or more assists, you guys could easily do that in the rec, but you could still do that in the street ball court because it's easy to get 5 assists as long as you hit them and you let them shoot 2-pointers instead of 3-pointers. All right, so for the last specialization that we haven't talked about yet, it's going to be the rebounding specialization. This is by far one of the easiest specializations. There's not really much to explain. You could also invite a friend to do the Street Kings court with you and just have them miss shots over and over and over again. Make sure they do it on a build that's a 60. That way they don't mess up their hot spots on the build they like. But they can literally just go in and shoot a bunch of very lates while you stand under the rim and grab every single rebound. First, you got to do your 120 games. So once again, just hit them, let them shoot some threes. Get the games over with quick, win your 20 games, and then you should be able to get your 200 rebounds done, and then you'll win 50 games with an A- teammate grade or higher fairly quick. And then after that, it's just grabbing rebounds. Win 50 games with 5 or more rebounds, get 350 rebounds, get 600 rebounds, win 100 games with 5 or more rebounds, get 1,200, and get 2,000 rebounds. You can easily do these in the rec or do it in the street ball court. They will go the fastest. In the rec, you could probably get 30 rebounds over 30 minutes, so it will take some time, but it won't be as boring as the street ball courts. But I do recommend, if you guys have the time to grind, do the street ball courts. You guys will benefit from it the most, and you'll be able to complete things very, very fast. That's going to do it, though, for the video. If you guys have any questions, man, feel free to leave it in the comment section. It's been your boy, Hollywood. Make sure you guys specialize your build properly. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.